Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Hawk versus Colorful, this game taking place here on Last Refuge. Hawk has spawned as the red human player in the bottom left hand side of the map, gonna go at 8 times speed to get this game going. Meanwhile, Colorful has spawned as the yellow night elf. If you don't like the 8 times speed during the early portions of the game because you want to study build orders, well, don't study build orders during videos and, well, study the replays yourself. Colorful is opening up with a delayed Altar of Elders, which indicates it's going to be a Tavern Hero, most likely going to be a Beastmaster. Meanwhile, Archmage is going to be, or a Panda, or Dark Ranger. Alright, I don't know exactly what Colorful is going to be going for, but I would be surprised if it was like a Goblin Tinker first. Alright, Forest Troll High Priest going to be quickly cleaned up. It is going to be a Beastmaster coming in from Colorful, as Colorful opens things up right there. W3Champions Season 7 Finals, thank you for the additional insight metaphysics as Hawk and Colorful are going at it. Alright, Archmage dropping some water elementals, going to clean things up. Forest Troll Shadow Priest already hired up and trained, going to pick up a True Shot aura, bonus damage for the water elementals and that Archmage. Meanwhile, back off to the north, there is going to be a bear out in play. Colorful creeping with some bears and mass archers. An interesting strategy to be able to absorb up quite a bit of damage, as Forest Troll Shadow Priest may become particularly important early on because of that Abolish Magic Tournament of the year, in my opinion. Alright, well, in terms of quality of games or prize pool, that would be the interesting points to have. Murloc Huntsman gonna get finished off here. Meanwhile, off to the north, Beastmaster, Archers, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, Bear gonna be absorbing and tanking that damage as well, as Colorful being rather aggressive with all of these Archers already out in play. Coming back around, Archmage may try and clear up the Ogre Magi creep camp, get up to level 3 while setting up an expansion. Also has Gloves of Haste now, so a faster attacking, damage dealing, level 2 water elemental summoning powerhouse only 4 minutes into this game. Quality of games, yeah. Alright. Back off to the north here, Archmage, where are they going to be trying to go next? Is he going to be trying to put down pressure, perhaps stopping Colorful, as Colorful does have a Robe of Magi and a Mantle of Intelligence. Some very well on that Beastmaster, who now has almost as much mana as that Archmage, and he is still down 1 level. Alright, Beastmaster now still trying to retreat back away. Meanwhile, Ancient of War taking quite a bit of damage. Is he going to be able to retreat back out? I don't think so, and he really has nowhere to go. Archers are shadow melded, and this poor Ancient of War could end up getting taken down. Coming back through, Beastmaster is sitting at level 3, well, dropping some of those precious items to try and get back up all of that mana and then pick them all back up. Beastmaster up to 435 mana already, and, well, being very careful to drop all of those items there. Now, this is important to note. Most of the times, Night Elf players don't like to use Tavern Heroes with a lot of mana because it is so mana intensive on their Moonwells. However, with plus 11 intelligence off of his items, the Beastmaster can easily easily pick up and drop those items and freely use those summons rather aggressively. Back down to the south here, we have a Raging Bear getting in quite a bit of stuns, but still getting taken down. Naga Sea Witch is already out in play, a very fast tech to tier 2. Colorful turning back around, perhaps should be using some of those cold arrows and then going to be able to take down some of those units. However, well, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, Water Elementals, Bash going all around, units getting taken down as the Beastmaster still has plenty of mana to go. Archmage, however, does have the Brilliant Aura, so does benefit a little bit there as the units are still trying to make their way back over. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest is going to go for an Abolish Magic. No, doesn't have enough mana. Footman with Defend, able to really cause a bit of problems as the Archers are trying to retreat back as well. Beastmaster trying to keep a little bit of range as the Arcane Tower now diving in onto the Naga Sea Witch. Alright, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest number 1 now taken down as units are just falling left and right and being forced to retreat back. Hawk with the larger supply advantage, 20 workers compared to 13. and now 39 supply compared to 30. Archmage coming back off to the north here. Force Troll Berserkers continuing this fight. However, the Fen on those footmen causing quite a bit of problems. However, the Fen doesn't protect against the cold arrows of the Naga Sea Witch or the bashing of that Raging Bear. Forest Troll Berserkers now trying to retreat back as well. Water Elementals and Footmen going after one Forest Troll Berserker, but there's going to be an imbalance here in just a moment as we see, well, the heroes in play to try and stop this Arcane Vault. All right, Peasants still trying to move on back here. Naga Sea Witch about to get to level 2. No more mana, but all of the intelligence items given over here as a Scroll of Town Portal forced to be used. And now going to take down this Arcane Vault. Archmage in a lot of serious trouble. No Arcane Vault anywhere, no way to heal, and he is just hiding inside his own base as Hawk has not much that he can do at all. Naga Sea Witch does need a force to retreat though. Bear gonna force to retreat as well. Naga Sea Witch could get one cold arrow and then one final arrow in the back of that footman, giving level 2 to that Naga Sea Witch. Coming back down to the south here, Footmen continuing to fight. Blacksmith now trying to get trained up. Colorful already transitioning into Tree of Eternity. Gonna be getting up Ancient of Lores and Dryads. Altar of Elders not showing any signs of a third hero yet, as there is Tree of Ages, but is Colorful gonna perhaps go for a third Tavern hero? Perhaps even a Goblin Tinker would be interesting to see. Some sort of hero that could deal damage and put pressure on buildings. Footmen are out and about trying to add support to the Archmage, and by giving a little bit of experience, Archmage is off over here, still only down to 184 hit points. Forest Troll Shadow Priest trying to recover there, as a Potion of Replenishment is exactly what Hawk was looking for, getting up to level 4. Using that Potion of Replenishment, getting hit points, getting mana, getting back into this game is exactly what he is looking for. Meanwhile, a Panda is now joining in on the battlefield as the Arcane Vault, well, now with fortified armor, going to be a little bit more difficult to try and take out. Turning things back around, there is a beast or a bear now coming down. Breath of Fire coming in. Defend on those footmen, diving in after those units. Forest Troll Shadow Priest getting taken down. Hawk losing another one right there as another Breath of Fire lays waste to many of those units. Staff of Preservation for the save. Naga Sea Witch continuing with that pressure. Orb of Venom now on the Naga Sea Witch, saying, you know what, I don't need cold arrows. I can just deal damage over time, and that's exactly what the Naga Sea Witch is doing. Transitioning from cold arrows to now perhaps Fork Lightning and Orb of Venom. Playing this really effective game of just damage over time, slowly on different units. Is he applying it to different attacks? No, he is not. He could finish off another one there. There it goes. And Colorful's Naga Sea Witch is just being an absolute bully, picking on all these defending footmen, and now finally trying to retreat back. Bear is going to get taken down. Level 4 now on the Beastmaster, continuing this fight. Naga Sea Witch is in the back. I don't see, well, there is a Druid of the Claw. We need to see some rejuvenations onto the Dryads, onto the Naga Sea Witch if he wants to see this attack continuing. All right, that's exactly what we're seeing now. We are waiting for Mastery Training on those bears. Mastery Training is now done. Why aren't they transforming? That is the question, as we're looking at a bit of damage coming on through. Naga Sea Witch now looking to try and pull back their Scroll of Regeneration across multiple units. Orb of Venom doesn't stack on itself unless you have multiple Orb of Venoms available. Naga Sea Witch hoping to get to level 3. The bears still staying in Druid form. Interestingly enough, there's a Roar. And now going to continue to fight here as the footmen do have defend and going to continue to dive on in. All right, bear number 1. Druid of the Claw, low on mana. Where is it going to try and retreat back off to? Bear now completely surrounded. Staff of Preservation for the save as the Druid of the Claw now tries to retreat back. Orb of Venom still going to continue to poke apart as the Naga Sea Witch gets up to level 3. Going to go for level 2 Fork Lightning. And now, well, more dead units out onto the battlefield. Colorful, beautiful transition from Frost Arrows into Orb of Venom poke damage, and now Fork Lightning for big burst damage across multiple units. Continuing this fight here, Bear is going to continue to fight. Are we going to see another Fork Lightning? Yeah, 3 dead bodies right in that front line again. Orb of Venom with Fork Lightning just works out so well, as you can attack multiple targets and then finish off all 3 of the targets you are poisoning with Fork Lightning right there, as bears are still getting taken down here. Colorful, well, with a slight advantage lead, now continuing to retreat back, as there is a bunch of low hit point bears who need to retreat back home and perhaps heal back up. Bears in the retreat back now. We are looking at more Druids of the Claw, perhaps coming back over to try and rejoin in, get in a couple of rejuvenations for this army here. Yeah, only one Druid of the Claw is in Druid form. The other two are in bear form still. We could be looking at a scroll of healing to try and counteract some of the breath of fire that we've been seeing. But remember, throughout all this time, Hawk has had the economic advantage. All right. In comes the next fight. Bears are in that front line spot. Beastmaster going to try and engage. Water Elemental could easily get taken down. Are we going to see a Fork Lightning to start off the battle? Yes, we are. Big damage. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Drunken Haze, no Breath of Fire as of yet, as the Brewmaster, well, hasn't done it yet. More damage coming back on through. Spellbreakers could get taken down. Bears are going to be able to rip through many of those units, and now the Riflemen are completely exposed. Scroll of Healing to try and counteract, as the Brewmaster is still trying to retreat away. Slow Poison coupled in with a lot of the bashing Bears. So much damage, and more damage on those fleeing, retreating units. Bears still looking to retreat back here. Archmage sitting at level 4. Panda sitting at level... Panda should be sitting at level 2. Where is the Panda? There he is. Panda sitting at level 2. Priest are out joining in on the fight. Hawk is currently in low upkeep. Colorful is in no upkeep, as we are looking at an expansion now being established by Colorful. Always a back to WarCraft raid right before I have to sign off soon. But still a great game indeed. Ro Baby, thank you for the follow. Druid of the Claw here. Beastmaster gets up to level 5. Potion of Greater Mana. That needs to be picked up. Gonna go ahead and drop an item. Circlet of Nobility. Pick it. Oh, uses it and then picks it back up. Thank you for the follow. Luke to the Skywalker and everyone else. Hello there, Arius. And Panda sitting at level 2 will be able to get to level 3. Level 2 Breath of Fire. Thank you. Should be studying 1, yeah. Should be getting my kids ready for school. Which is what I'll be doing after this matchup here. Anyways, Archmage, Panda trying to fight back here. Book of the Dead now being used on the backside here, putting the pressure back. Panda, Hawk trying to push back the other side. Is his economic advantage going to start to finally show through? Spell Steal taking away Breath of Fire, and it looks as though one bear does get taken down. Another bear, Staff of Preservation, able to be saved, as the units are still well in this massive retreat and exodus. So far, though, the expansion of Colorful has not yet paid for itself, as the Beastmaster and the Naga Sea Witch is trying to retreat. Is this a large enough counter army to try and close it out? There's Sorceress, Spellbreakers, Riflemen. As the Panda continuing this push, Dryads are going to get poked around a little bit. No Abolish Magic on those Skeletal Warriors, surprisingly, as the Bears get into that front line spot. Beastmaster getting ready for the engagement. Naga Sea Witch with the cold arrows, perhaps going to be looking for a Fork Lightning across all the Riflemen and all of those Priests and Sorcerers in the back. They are doing exactly that. Scroll of Healing trying to save some of the Spellbreakers as the battle's still raging on. Colorful using the high ground advantage there to the best of his advantage, causing a little bit of missing from the Riflemen on the low ground. Meanwhile, Brewmaster continuing this pressure and this push. Beastmaster in the front line spot. 60 supply compared to 69. Hawk doing this timing push, and will he be able to do it exactly right? Waiting for Colorful to expand and not have nearly as much economy to try and fight back here. Slow across multiple heroes here. Rejuvenation constantly being stolen, as a Roar now being used as well. Rifleman continuing this pressure, continuing this charge, focusing down Dryad after Dryad, Bear after Bear. 72 supply compared to 61. And Colorful, who has throughout much of this match, is now up against the ropes. Does Hawk have enough fight in him, or is this round going to end a little bit too soon? Bear continuing this fight here. Bear low on hit points. There's another Breath of Fire. No rejuvenation to try and steal. Where is this bear going to go next, as the bear gets up to level 4? Beastmaster continuing the fight as well. Spellbreakers continuing this charge as the Archmage tries to dive on in. Beastmaster, Moonwells, are they dry? Yes, they are. And well, with nowhere for Colorful to easily retreat to, things can go sideways rather quickly. Potion of Healing onto the Sea Witch. It will be able to stay alive a little while longer, as the Water Elementals and Spellbreakers are knocking on the outside of the Night Elf base. Archmage and Panda not getting challenged whatsoever. Ancient of Lore going to end up getting taken down. Spellbreakers continuing this pressure still with 0-1 upgrades. No upgrades on the Rifleman either, so not many upgrades to go around, as Druids of the Claw are now trying to turn into bear form. Colorful trying to make some sort of last stand effort or last stand play here, but it looks as though Hawk is just coming in with a well-placed timing attack, even though he's been losing throughout much of this battle and now has gotten well, back to even and back to par in terms of hero level experience. Archmage could be in trouble. Hero is out of mana. Does go for level 3 Brilliance Aura to try and keep everyone going as the raging, blinking Spirit Bear finally finds themselves on Hawk's back line. That's where he needed to be for quite some time. Is the Bears going to be enough here as the Panda tries to retreat back? Forked Lightning making quite a bit of a play here as Colorful's army is now fully or more or less healed back up. Continuing this battle here, invisibility across multiple. It's trying to save some of those units. Panda going to be coming back around. Breath of Fire going to catch some of those units in the back here. More slow being removed once again. 51 supply compared to 74. 59 supply army compared to 38. This is a large amount of bears, a lot of hit points, but they are taking quite a bit of damage from the magic damage of the Sorceress and the Priest. Still fighting their way through. Bears getting Staff of Preservation, getting saved, but there is a low hit point bear which may finally get taken down after all this time. No, down to 36 hit points. There goes one bear, there goes another bear, and that may be the tipping point as the Brewmaster is invulnerable, still able to fight back the other side. All right, Beastmaster forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Is that Druid of the Claw going to get taken down? One or two more shots. He gets taken down just in time. Archmage getting very close to level 6. Panda sitting strongly at level 4. What radio station is this? This is crazy. Yes, it is. No radio station, just my daily casts. Lucky for the disengage, Colorful getting every ounce of usefulness out of all of his bears, constantly Staff of Preservation, trying to save them. Wow, Forest Troll Trapper nearly finished off this bear here, but now the bear could be in trouble, trying to drink from some Moonwells, but now intercepted by a Water Elemental. Unit's going to be trying to come back. Colorful was not ready for the counterattack here. Going to try and transform into bears. It looked like he tried to transform into a bear, got Staff of Preservation across the map, and that actually stopped the transformation. Did not know that. Ancient of Lore now taken down here. More fighting getting underway. Colorful losing another bear right there. 48 supply compared to 79. Hawk still has more reinforcements as the Beastmaster and the Naga Sea Witch don't seem to be able to hold it together for very much longer. It is not going to be nightfall soon enough as the Beastmaster trying to hide behind this Tree of Eternity, and these Moonwells will all get taken down, and that is going to be the game. Colorful giving the GG to Hawk after leading throughout much of the match. Hawk finding the perfect timing in terms of game time, knowing when the Moonwells were dry, knowing that the bears were trying to be healed back, and that timing push that by Hawk, absolutely spot on, getting a 70 supply army, 70, almost 80 supply army up inside Colorful's face, forcing him to retreat. Even though Colorful was inside his base, he was unable to leverage his home field advantage. The Moonwells were dry, and well, he had to fight behind his Tree of Eternity, which meant that his Ancient of Wonders and his Ancient of Lores were exposed to attack. Colorful did a great job holding on to that fight as long as he possibly could, extending that battle, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.